Okay, alright. So when you log into Workday, you see you get a username and password prompt. So once you give that, you enter into this Workday screen. This is your landing page. Now we are logged in as one user. Now we will log in as someone called as Logan McNeil. So once before we do that, we have to use a task called Start Proxy, right? We are going to proxy, we are going to behave as Logan McNeil. Now, why we do that I will talk. I will come to that later, but remember, whenever you are logging in as somebody other than Logan McNeil, I would want you to use the task called Start Proxy. Okay, and in the act, as you press L McNeil, that will search for Logan McNeil, right? Please make a note of this. Whenever you are in the browser, first check whether you are logged in as Logan McNeil or not. Right. Then, if you are not, use a Start Proxy, enter Logan McNeil and click OK throughout this training. We will be performing the tasks as Logan McNeil. Okay, because Logan is the one who has the permissions to do the most amount of tasks. That's alright. That's why the tasks that we are going to do as part of this training, we would be better off by doing them using Logan McNeil. You see the picture of her on her top right of the screen. On behalf of Logan McNeil, anyway. So now let's talk about the area, the screen right. What are we looking at? What are we looking at in this particular screen? On the top left hand of your screen, you see the home button or the Workday icon, right? If I use some drawing skill, some arrows, are you able to see it on the top left hand of your screen? There is this Workday icon. Yeah, right, that is. That is the Workday icon or the home button. Now, when you use your mobile phones or cell phones, right? So let's say you are in the middle of an app, you are doing something, but then you want to come back to you want to do something else, right? You want to. Maybe you are in Facebook, but now you want to open up the browser and do something. Then what would you do? You click on the home button, typically right, or maybe you will minimize that and you will start doing something else, or you open up another app. Is that what we do? Right. So this home button is also the same thing. It will bring you back to the main page or the home page. That is its functionality, right? Let's say I am in some other screen. I click on somewhere else in the screen, so my screen changes. I am in somewhere else called Inbox, right? But now I want to come back to my main page and do something else. So I will again go back to this home button. I will click on the home button. The moment I do that, it will bring me back to the main landing page. Okay, it will bring me back to the landing page. This is my home screen, or landing page, right? The moment you log in, you will be put into this page. The pictures. This might be different from one environment to another, from one tenant to another, right? But more or less the top left will always be the Workday icon or the home icon. Now then we have the big and bold search bar at the top of our screen. Now we will be able to search for objects, search for things in Workday using the search bar. This is like our Google, okay, if it exists in Workday and if we have the access for it, we will be able to search it. Okay. So two important things, if it exists, okay, and if we have the access for it, we will be able to search it. Right. And the other thing about this search is we have to type the correct spelling. Let's say, I want to search, I want to do something, I want to create a location. A very simple task. Let's say, creating a location. So if I type the word C, R, E, and LOC, you see it starts giving you some options, some predictive analysis, a predictive search options. It is thinking that okay. C, RELOC is most likely. You are looking for the task called create location. Okay, so you don't have to type the complete word to search for it. You can just type the first 3 characters of each word and it will try to find the task or the matching report or the matching object for you. Let's say I want to search for a person. You see, I typed only part of the name, SDE Moore, and it searched for Steve Morgan. Right, so you can search for objects, you can search for person location, etc. etc. I mean, any object is there in Workday, you can search for that particular object using the search bar. You need to be authorized to see that if you are not authorized, you will not be able to find it using the search bar. It does not mean that it doesn't exist. Maybe you don't have the permission for it, right? So, like you, if you see that you are not able to access something, but you know for a fact that it exists, then most likely you don't have the access point, alright, so okay. Another thing is our spelling has to be correct. If I try to do the word create location right and I am writing the correct spelling, I am able to find it. But instead of create, if I type a wrong spelling? Okay, if I type a wrong spelling, you see, it does not give me any option, whether the rest of the world, etc. Everything is correct. But just that I have typed in a wrong spelling, then it will not be able to find it. Alright. So please remember that you can type part of the word, but whatever part you type has to be correct in spelling and you need to have access for it. Okay, and now what they? With some recent enhancements, it also remembers your most recent searches. Right, it remembers some of your most recent searches, and it also allows you to filter using the search option. Okay. Now let's say I'm looking for Steve Morgan, but there are so many different things. So before I start my search, I can filter right. So let's say I'm looking for a person, so I will click on people and then I will start my search. You see, there is only 2 options. Now, it is filtering your search results based on this tag. See the beauty of it. Now the search has been enhanced with the recent versions. Now you can filter your search results automatically based on some tags. Okay. Now, you see, here the most common tags are people, tasks and reports, learning, or if you want to search for something in the drive, you can filter based on that. Alright, so then we move on to this part of the screen again. We are moving right from left to right. This 4 square boxes. This is our shortcuts. Alright, this is our shortcuts, or most used apps. Now, if you, every day, you log into the system and, let's say, you perform a task quite often, you do it every day. So you may want to put it in your shortcuts so that every day you log into the screen, you go here, you can do that task right immediately. Like, let's say, somebody has created this create job profile, so this task has been added as a shortcut, right? What is what each of these jobs do? Well, that we will find out over the duration of this course. But let's say you want to add something to the shortcuts. You can edit my shortcuts, okay, and that will open up a page where you can add or remove some of these tasks, like, let's say, the first job, the payment. Election history. I don't want this. Rather, I want the job which for create location. Okay, so you see what I did here. I can search for certain tasks or reports in this field as well. So here I will say, create location, the same search parameter that I used in the main search bar. That also holds true for each of these fields as well. Okay, so you see, I again. I did CRELOC. I did not type the create location, the entire word. I did not need to type, I just said CRELOC, and it found the task for me, create location right. So if I am done, I will scroll down to the bottom of the page and I have the option to save it. Okay. Okay, I'll click on OK to save this all right.